Well, guys, it's Thursday. I've been sick for a few days, but I finally got my part in. I've been waiting on my Mustang. It's pretty cold out here. It looks like it's going to snow any time now. They ain't called for snow till Saturday. So I got my little heater warming up in place and got a light on. See where I got to get this fan back on. We'll get this out of the box and we'll take a look at it. I got them out of the box. Kind of compare them. They look identical. See that blade's messed up, and this one's got a chip out of it. So instead of trying to repair that, I just had to buy a new one. So looking at this old one, that was to the motor side. You can see the outline of the little cap on the inside. So this will be to the motor side on this one. We won't get them correct, because that'll make a big difference. Alright, so we got our fan, little adapter thing, and don't forget this. I believe this thing goes on there first. And then gotta get it lined up just right. Alright, so I got my little pulley set up there. Now that goes on, then we'll take this. I want to say it goes on there like that. And then that goes into this. So it's kind of definitely a two-handed job. See if I can get you set up. We might be able to see some of it. Alright, we got it set up here. Gotta get this lined up. Now we got to tighten up this. And it's just a matter of sticking something back here and prizing that back, getting that belt tightened up. Looking at this, see if I can shine a little light on it. We got our spacer here between this and this. And everything looks like it's lined up right, so I believe that's going to be it. Now if we put the spacer on the inside of this, it will push this pulley out and it wouldn't be lined up right. So that's pretty damn sure that's where it's supposed to go. Alright, so I'll get this tightened up and we'll go from there. I think the first step is going to be getting this radiator back in this frame right here. I done put a little hose on the bottom. What's going on the other side? Get that started. Start on this side. I ain't really worried too much right now about tightening these bolts up too much, because I can tighten them up once I get it fit in place. I just want to get them all started. There's 4 bolts go on the bottom of this thing that slides in, and they're all plow boat. Got the hex squared at the end on that holds them in place. Yeah, we'll try these bottom ones. Get these started. They shouldn't be that hard. These are real easy to get out. There's the rubber. So, hopefully with these started, get the rubber started. Anyway, I ain't got it all hooked up yet, but we're going to go ahead and stick this temporarily. Put this hydraulic oil cooler up here out there that way. This fits on these bolts. And also got one at the bottom, but I couldn't get it to. I may try to get it on there. It wouldn't hooked up. Okay, so I temporarily got everything bolted loosely. Make sure there it is. Cross member, the support brace is bolted loosely. Because once you bolt this on here in this cooler, it puts a lot of weight on the top. So now I'm gonna light in here. We'll just hook this up to this, the bottom up to this one down here, this one down here. Hook the top radiator hose to here, and hook this little hose right here, hooks into this little cutoff right here. That's it. And then that bolts to this little hole right here. And then it should be ready to fill antifreeze. So let me get that done. Alrighty guys, it's been about an hour I guess since I loosely tightened everything up. All I got left really is tightening these bolts up right here. I left these loose because I need to put two more in the bottom. They didn't have it. The bottom wasn't never attached on it. So everything else is good and sturdy. It took me a long time to get this first inner bolt tightened up. And I figured it would be even worse on this side, but it went right on in. So all my hoses hooked up, got it filled up with antifreeze. But before I crank it up, I'm going to go to the house and get my service manual and make sure there's nothing I'm supposed to bleed out. Because I'm thinking maybe this right here is a place to bleed the air out of the block. And I want to make sure I get all my air bled out before I crank her up, because I don't want it to overheat. And this radiator is probably going to have to be replaced in the near future, because it's probably about half capacity right now, what it should be. Corrosion and tubes being flattened out and everything. So, and I'm gonna order me a shroud sometime and put it back on here. So all this has to come off again. So right now I just want to make sure I'm gonna leave it sitting overnight, fill with water, and make sure it ain't gonna leak. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the flip side.